Malala Yousafzai. Malala Yousafzai is born in Mingora, Pakistan on July 12, 1997, and is currently 18 years old. She is a children's activist and a women's rights activist. Malala's name means grief-stricken after a famous female Pashtun poet. She is the oldest child from her family. Her family consists of her father Ziauddin Yousafzai, her mother Torpekai Yousafzai, and her two younger brothers Kushal Yousafzai and Atal Yousafzai. Her father, who was an educational activist, taught her Pashto, a southeastern Iranian branch of Indo-Iranian languages in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iran. English and Urdu. Urdu, an Indo-Iranian language and also the national language of Pakistan. Born in 1997 in the Swat Valley of Pakistan during the time of Taliban rule, Malala started noticing that women in her country were being suppressed because of their gender. Education for girls was seen as a privilege and she felt this was unfair. In 2009, backed by the encouragement of her father, she started writing a private blog under the name of Kul Makai for the BBC. In the blog, she expressed her views on education and the threat of the Taliban taking over her valley. Her identity did not remain protected for long, and once it was known that she was the author of the blog, Malala and her family started receiving death threats. In October of 2012, the threat intensified and became an attempt of her life. The Taliban had voted to assassinate her. While riding the bus home from school, she was shot with one bullet that went through her head, neck, and shoulder by a Taliban. Malala was flown to the hospital in England. She remained in critical condition for which she spent 1 week in coma. Today, Malala and her family continue to reside in England for protection from the Taliban. Once her condition improved, she immediately began working to allow girls' voices to be heard. The Taliban would not silence her. They only made her voice louder. Her refusal to stand down has brought light to millions of children around the world who are denied an education. In the past years, Malala has worked endlessly on behalf of the education. She opened up the Malala Fund, which brings awareness to the social and economic impact of girls' education and works to empower girls. She delivered an incredible speech at the United Nations, urging them to support the fight for education for all children. Not only that, she received the honor of being the youngest recipient to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. However, most impressively, at the age of 18, she opened a school for Syrian refugee girls.